It's over.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It has been almost 30 years since Steven Spielberg took us to an adventurous theme park known as Jurassic Park, based off the novel series by Michael Crichton, which only consists of 2 books, mind you. The Jurassic Park franchise has always aimed to please moviegoers with a simple formula: action scenes and dinosaurs. And for the most part, that has paid off. But now with the release of what people are saying is the final chapter of the franchise, Jurassic World Dominion, it's pretty evident that the shock and awe that came with previous entries is virtually non-existent in whatever this film is trying to be. The previous film ends with dinosaurs now roaming the earth, and you get to see that for about 12 minutes total, give or take. Instead, Jurassic World Dominion consists of 2 storylines, a rescue mission and a heist of Jurassic proportions, no pun intended. The 2 storylines eventually intersect for plotline purposes, as one would correctly assume, and you would think it would make for an exciting adventure, but that is not the case, unfortunately. Part of the reason may be because this film does not give the movie viewer anything that they have never seen before, which is not surprising at all given that there are already 5 films over the course of nearly 30 years. What the film does try to give you instead is nostalgia by reuniting beloved characters from the first Jurassic Park trilogy. Ellie Stratter, Ian Malcolm, and Dr. Alan Grant, played by Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, and Sam Neill. Rounding out the cast is Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Isabella Sermon, reprising the roles as Owen Grady, Claire Durning, and Macy Lockwood. Believe it or not though, there are even more key players in this film than the ones I just mentioned, and that may be just one of the many issues this film has. The cast is bloated to the point where one can clearly see that there is very little chemistry between 2 characters interacting on screen. It doesn't happen often, but the times when you do see it, it's jarring enough. Also, with a film where there are dinosaurs virtually everywhere, at no point in the film that I felt that any of the main characters were in absolute life-threatening danger. And that's not very dramatic if I'm supposed to be afraid of the dinosaurs. Speaking of which, there are times in this film where the CGI used on the dinosaurs is just plain bad. Other scenes had animatronic dinosaurs, and they too look just plain ugly. One would figure with nearly 30 years of technological advances in filmmaking, as well as scientific breakthroughs in the world of studying dinosaurs, they would get most of the dinosaurs right, but they sadly don't. Well, at least 3 of the dinosaurs had feathers, so that's a start, but too little, too late. This film was directed by Colin Trevorrow, who did the previous Jurassic World films, which weren't as bland as this, and that is a shame. There was some interesting ideas in the previous 2 films, but this film doesn't bring anything interesting or anything we haven't seen before. Instead, Colin relies on franchise callbacks and Jeff Goldblum's charisma, but that can only take it so far. With all that said, the question remains, is it too good? You don't have to be a dino genius to conclude that the answer is no. On paper, this sounds like a huge mega hit. Original cast members interacting with new ones, a franchise filled with dinosaurs that has the potential to bring about memorable scenes. But something went wrong along the way here. Jurassic Park will always have a special place in the collective minds of moviegoers forever, and that won't be changing anytime soon. But if this truly is the end of the franchise, rather than going out with a thunderous T-Rex roar, it is instead going out with a small whine from a Compsognathus. Those small dinosaurs from Jurassic Park Part 2. You know which one I'm talking about. Anyways, this isn't the best way to make a franchise go extinct. Jurassic World Dominion, directed by Colin Trevorrow and starring many famous actors, including horror legends Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum, is now playing in theaters. For more videos on gaming, figures, movies, and weird shit, like and subscribe to Too Good Content Universe. We'll see you next time.